You know, it's amazing the governor's 2,500 miles away, but the effects and the control that he has reaches great distance. Today was a very sad day when you think about the programs that were cut. And to quote one Republican senator, I'm not going to quote him by name, he said in a press conference earlier, no one really gets hurt by this budget. That's outrageous that someone could make that kind of a claim. And someone has to look inside and, you know, rethink that position, because a lot of people were hurt by this budget. Again, today was a very troubling day for us as New Jerseyans, because a lot of these votes were easy votes that seemed impossible. You know, I bench press. I lift weights a lot. This wasn't like lifting 400 pounds. It wasn't close. This was an easy lift.
We did the right thing today. It's unfortunate Republicans did not join with us. And now we're here having these press releases come out from the governor's office. They're doing more spinning than a washing machine. I mean, it's unbelievable. New figures. I mean, when you cut figures, stuff that you put in your own budget, and you get it back from the legislature intact, and then you cut it, and you're complaining about, you know, too much spending and not enough. I mean, come on, give me a break. Why did you do that? To your own budget that you submitted, that we kept intact, you cut that money out.
To me, this was a vote of conscience. I said that early on, and it is a vote of conscience. This is about sexually abused kids, asking for $537,000 for a program this day, and they cut it. It's for $50,000 for people with mental health issues. I mean, small line items, a couple $100,000 a year. It's not about that.
I just like to say that while I guess I wasn't really surprised by the outcome today, I think it could have been predicted. I really was personally appalled by some of the language that was used, some of the rhetoric that was used, calling people who use Planned Parenthood prostitutes, and lots of other language that suggested, for example, that people, well, there was one particular comment that really got me upset, and it was the idea that people in Newark, let's say, in Camden, could go to other parts of the state to get services, and that they should fend for themselves, and Newark should become an economic powerhouse again so that it could provide these kinds of services and do the same thing that they're doing in Morris County. I mean, there were unrealistic comments. There were comments that were really personally offensive to me. And it showed a complete lack of sensitivity and understanding about these issues that I know I've personally worked in for many years as a legal services attorney running the disability clinic at Seton Hall Law School. I know the great job that these places do, and I was very upset by a lot of the rhetoric.
Listen, Senator Sarlo accurately portrayed there was $289 million for real difference between our budget and his budget, not $900 million. He chose to cut a lot because I wouldn't be surprised if the governor doesn't come out sometime next year during the campaign how he wants to cut taxes for the wealthy. He's talked about it before, and he has to pay for it. The way he's going to pay for it is on the backs of the poor and middle class. But don't be surprised when you see $1 billion plus surplus next year, and the governor say, we got so much money we can cut taxes. That's great. What about the poor? They're an income tax credit. No. We're going to get the rich people because they're doing so much.
Jim, I think you can just you can compromise on the numbers. You can compromise on the amounts. I don't think you have to necessarily big things take priority over others. If you cut down, no, if you cut down the amount of money, that's what politics is about. That's what a budget's about. It's about compromise, and there was no compromise. That's wrong. We all know that. We've been down here long enough to know what goes on.
Senator, given the outcome today, are you going to pursue more override tax?
Yes, that's what we spent so much time in our caucus, was getting a time and a date, because everyone does have busy schedules. And although I said we weren't going to be here this week, after looking at people's schedules, we're going to come back tomorrow at 10 o'clock and try to finish up a lot of these. I don't know if we'll get through all of them, but we're going to come back tomorrow morning.
Do you have any optimism the outcome will be different?
You gotta try, Phil. Someone's gotta fight for the people in this state. I mean,
You gotta put them on record, simple as that. It may be broken, but it's a record.